This time we're going to be taking a look at the Negh'Var Klingon expansion for Star Trek Attack Wing. This is the package they come in. I've already opened this one, but we're going to open her up and show you everything that's in there. There is a lot of stuff in the box, as you can see here. We're going to start off as we always do with the dial. The only downside to these is that the image of the ships on the dials are very hard to see at times. But there's your Negh'Var class. Not as maneuverable as some of the other ships. Still extremely maneuverable for its size. There's quite a few red maneuvers in here. Again, Klingons in their U-turns. So, extremely easy to surprise an opponent by pulling off a maneuver that they don't expect. As you can see there, Negh'Var class. About what you would expect. No reverse, but definitely capable of making some sharper turns than one would expect. These speed 2 90-degree turns are great for getting in behind someone. We'll start out with our named. As you can see, unique Klingon. 5 attack, 1 defense. That seems to be the way Klingon ships go. It's more of a punch you in the face and worry about getting hit later. 6 hull damage, or hull, so they can take quite a bit of damage. Only 3 shields. There's your icon. 30 points. We've got 1 tech upgrade, 1 weapon upgrade, 2 crew upgrades. We have evasive maneuvers, target lock, cloak, and sensor echo. And the Negh'Var has a special ability that lets you target a ship within your front firing arc at range 1 and 2 and roll 3 dice. And for each hit, you disable one of the ship's shields. And then you can play your boarding parties as a free action afterward if you have one or if you want to. The generic version of the ship, pretty much the same. 1 less shield and 1 less crew option. Same abilities even. And you lose the special ability there. Not a huge difference. The 1 shield might be worth it. The crew, I don't know. There are some decent crew, Klingon crew members. Our choices for captain. Two of my all-time favorite Klingons both come in this pack as captain options. We have Martok here. He's unique, of course. After you move, you can choose a friendly ship within range 1 or 2 whose captain has a lower skill than Martok's, and that ship may immediately perform a free action. He's got an 8, which puts him just slightly behind Picard, which is amazing. And 1 elite skill. And he's only 5 points. Another one of my favorites, I used to call him Crazy Eyes, Gowron. He's also unique, of course. And all other friendly Klingon ships within range 1 or 2 gain an extra attack die if you give him an action to do that. He's one of the only captains that actually has an action skill. So, captain of 6 isn't too bad. He's only 4 points. Great option for a secondary Klingon ship. And then, of course, we have our generic no-name Klingon captain. And the elite upgrade that comes with this to go with Martok is Incha. It's 5 points, and you discard this to perform an additional maneuver of your choice, which, again, on a large ship like this, is a crazy way to surprise someone by doing something they weren't expecting. Get behind your target or whatever. Kind of have a unique crew options on this one. Our first crew choice is Drex. It's unique for 4 points. When attacking, Drex lets you, if you give him an action, he lets you convert one of your battle stations rolls into a critical hit and all the rest of your battle station rolls into normal hits. So that seems kind of useful, depending, especially if you roll a lot of battle stations. I know people who are great at rolling battle stations and not much else. This one's kind of an interesting one. It's a Klingon boarding party. It's one of the few non-unique So you can have multiples of these. If your ship's not cloaked, you disable your shields and target a ship at range 1 to 2 that's also not cloaked and has no shields. You can discard this to disable all upgrades and remove all battle station tokens on the target. It's basically you're beaming over a bunch of people and they're wreaking havoc on the opponent's ship. Weapon upgrades. What would a ship be without torpedoes? The Klingon variant of the photon torpedo. This one's kind of nice. Again, you're back to the 2 to 3 range because you don't want to blow yourself up. 5 dice. Requires a target lock, of course, but with this one inspired from the Negh'Var class ship, you get +1 attack die, so it becomes a 6 attack die attack. And of course you have to disable it to do it, but still. And the last one as far as cards go here is the Tractor Beam, which is a tech upgrade. You can target a ship at range 1, roll 2 dice. For each hit that you roll, the target gets 1 less defense die against your next attack. Quite useful. This one has another mission. We talked about missions on the Marine ship. This one's all about attacking a space station. It is a 2-player mission. On the back here, here's how you set up your map. And the actual expansion comes with, see if I can get this, whoops. Keep moving things. See if I can get this to focus. It's very dark. It focused actually pretty good. It's actually a template for DS9 or Terrac Nor or MPAC Nor, whatever you want to call it, or use it as. And it's made specifically for that scenario. Again, the Klingon ships are a little weak on shields, so you only have 3 shield markers. You have your evasive maneuvers, your cloak, and your critical hit and auxiliary power. There's a disable for your torpedoes and your target lock, and again, for those paying attention, it's a different letter. Every ship comes with a different letter, so you can differentiate who's got the lock on what. And that's everything in this one. The ship itself, there's not too terribly much in the way of detail going as far as painting. The ship's all pretty much one color. You know, I don't even think they did the, the back of the warp nacelles isn't even painted. It's a little bit of green on the front of the nacelles. They did take the time, though. I'm not sure because it's shiny if it'll focus. It doesn't look like it's going to. There it goes. There's actually some writing there and the Klingon logo on the other wing. But again, it's another one that wouldn't look bad with a wash. It's a monster of a ship. Definitely, though, I'm just happy they came painted, unlike the other games. On here you can see you got your stat dial for the Negh'Var class and the stat dial for the Negh'Var itself. And Federation does it too. You don't see it too much, but they have this bad habit, and this is a good example of it, of the first ship of a certain hull type to be the name of the hull type. So in this case, the I.K.S. Negh'Var is a Negh'Var class ship. So it gets a little confusing when they're the same like that, but it does come up from time to time. Anyway, that's everything in this one, and we'll see you on the next video.